Hey everyone, so you've probably been there, you're trying to host a little get-together, maybe a backyard barbecue or a small office party, and you realize you're running out of ice faster than you can refill the cooler. It's one of those frustrating moments where you're scrambling to keep drinks cold while guests are waiting. Well, I found a solution that actually keeps up with the demand without taking over your kitchen. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This is the commercial ice maker machine from Ice Master. It's designed to make up to 450 pounds of ice in a day, which sounds wild for a home setup, but it's actually perfect if you entertain often or run a small business out of your place. The machine sits under your counter, so it doesn't take up extra space, and it has a built-in 120-pound storage bin so you're not constantly emptying trays. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and it's been a total game-saver during summer get-togethers. I mean, who doesn't love a cold drink on a hot day? But when you're hosting, it's not just about you, it's about keeping your guests happy and entertained. One of the first things I noticed is how fast it makes ice. Unlike those little countertop models that take forever, this one churns out ice in about 8 minutes per batch. That means you can keep up with a steady supply even when you've got a full house. I've used it for parties with 20 people, and I never had to worry about running out. Plus, the ice comes out clear and hard, not cloudy like some cheaper machines. It's the kind of ice you'd pay a premium for at a bar, but you're making it yourself at home. I remember one party in particular where we had a bunch of kids running around, and they just loved the ice. It was like a special treat for them. And the best part? I didn't have to lift a finger to refill the coolers. The machine itself is made of stainless steel, so it looks sleek and professional. It's not just for commercial use, it actually fits nicely in a home bar or kitchen corner. I was a bit worried about it sticking out like a sore thumb, but it actually blends in really well with my other appliances. The control panel is super simple with an LCD display that lets you adjust the size of the ice cubes and even set a timer so it only runs during off-peak hours. That's a nice touch if you're trying to save on electricity or just don't want it running all night. I like that I can customize the ice size to fit whatever I'm using it for, whether it's a fancy cocktail or just a cold beer. Another thing that surprised me is how quiet it is. I was expecting a loud motor like some industrial machines, but it's actually pretty quiet, more like a hum than a roar. That makes a big difference if you're running it in a garage or a basement where noise matters. And because it's under counter, it blends in instead of looking like a clunky appliance. I've had it running during movie nights, and you can barely even tell it's on. My neighbors have even commented on how quiet it is. They were surprised to find out I had an ice machine at all. The storage bin is a lifesaver too. It holds 120 pounds of ice, which is enough to keep drinks cold for hours without refilling. I've left it running overnight, and by morning, it's full to the brim. The ice stays fresh and solid for days, too, no melting into a slushy mess like those flimsy trays you toss in the freezer. I remember one time I forgot to empty the bin, and I came back to it a few days later. The ice was still perfectly fine. That's a testament to how well this machine works. Now, I should mention there are a few things to keep in mind. First, it does take up some space, so if your kitchen is already tight, this might feel like a big addition. It's about the size of a standard dishwasher, so it's not tiny. Also, it does require a water line hookup, so if you don't have one nearby, you'll need to set that up first. But once it's installed, it's pretty low maintenance. Just empty the bin occasionally and clean the filter every few months. I did have to call a plumber to come and install the water line, but it was worth it in the end. I was also a bit worried about the cost. This machine isn't cheap. So if you're tired of last-minute ice runs and want a machine that keeps up with your lifestyle, check it out. It's been a total game changer for me, and I think it could be for you too. You'll be the most popular host on the block, and you won't have to lift a finger to keep the drinks cold. The link is below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.